Hi friends, hope everyone's doing well. It's been a while. I've been really busy, and I'm right now I'm preparing for a business trip, my first one, international, next week to India. So really excited about that. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to prioritize my time a little bit, and I've been writing down lots of notes for different video topics that I want to talk about. Just haven't gotten around to it, but today I had time to sit down like this, so I wanted to share one of my topics. Uh, so today's topic I wanted to share was regarding why I've been trying to work on experiencing being a regular employee and living and working as people in the front line would, and why I think it's important. I guess, well, firstly, I think you lose a lot. There's a lot of disconnect between, I think, management and the frontline workers because, what you're doing is very different. And most of the time, managers have worked their way up from being a regular employee at the beginning. But sometimes, firstly, people forget. And I've seen that a lot at this company too. People forget how much trouble they had, how many mistakes they've made in the past to get to where they are now. But also, you also have a bunch of mid career hires too who don't understand the culture or the workflow of the operators of the frontline workers. And when you're trying to implement strategies or make changes, there's a lot of communication and value gap. And this is a very common topic in any company, I think. But yeah, for that reason, I've been working on trying to do as everyone else does, uh, come to the work on time, leave on time, and collaborate as everyone else would on the various activities we do every day. Um, Not saying that I'm not doing other stuff at the same time, and it's already been 2 years now. Time flies, wow. But I think because I do have some spare time when I'm trying to only be a regular employee, I try to take advantage of that by, you know, interacting firstly, because I get to observe the mistakes of the mid-career hires, of other managers, of the company strategies too, and the confusion that or the disconnect that exists with my fellow colleagues, because when I talk to them, I could listen to them and understand what they agree with, what they don't agree with, why they don't agree, or why they don't understand. And so through that, I can, I guess, try to make strategic mistakes on my own part by uh, when I have an idea or when I want to create change, I could also try a different method to see what works, see what gets my colleague to understand better. And so I would be doing that, listening and communicating. I would also, try to work on myself to figure out what my biases are, because I have a lot. And I want to make sure that I'm not making the wrong assumptions about my colleagues, about the company, about the culture here, and make sure I'm truly understanding the root causes for how people work, how people think, and how people value their work and time. And so that's another thing I'm working on. And I don't know. I try to focus on myself and also use the extra time as testing periods, but generally speaking, I try to be as normal as possible, whatever that means. But because I just want to understand the mentality of what a typical worker at my company is like. But I think the time for me getting to live and work like this is pretty short now. I think things are going to start moving soon, and so I will have to think bigger picture, operate more strategically, probably have to make less mistakes. But with the remaining time I have as a regular employee, I think I'm going to try to continue testing the waters and while experiencing it as regularly as possible and chatting with my colleagues as regularly as possible so I could get a feel for what it is that will allow changes and strategies to take place at my company. Um, yeah, I guess the reason why I thought of this topic in the first place was because I was just trying to figure out what the benefit is for not acting more vigorously, maybe in my work, uh, because I think that for some, the way I'm working now would seem like a waste of time. And part of me, I think, does feel that. But at the same time, I don't think that firstly, I don't think there's a right way of doing what I'm doing right now. And also, I think as what's important is that I try to find value and make my actions connect into my future strategy. So if that means that I act as normal as possible within the company right now, I think it's okay to do that. And I guess, yeah, that was my thought process that led me to this topic in the first place. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, yeah, that's one of the topics I want to share with you today, and I will make sure to try to share my other topics soon. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you guys up again another time. Bye.